We are set to bring you baseball from one of the crown jewels of the sport, venerable Wrigley Field in Chicago. Tonight, the first of this quick two-game series between the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Cubs. Stay tuned for Cubs baseball next. Cole Hamels gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
You know, Matt, his last one wasn't horrible, but this guy did give up 5 runs in his last start. He was tagged with the loss, and he's going to look to be a lot better in this one here today.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The shortstop, Tim Anderson.
Here's the first pitch to him. And we are underway from Wrigley as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball 1. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs last game, and this team is flying high right now. There's a fight at the bat rack.
Game time temperature tonight, a comfortable 66 degrees at first pitch. Hamels ready with the 1-1. High and deep to right. Back goes Gonzalez to the track, and this will kick off the base of the wall. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Now that is the way you want to start a game on the road. He comes out swinging and stands at second as the first base runner of the night. Now we'll see if his teammates can pick him up and if they can punch first.
Into the box now, Yolmer Sanchez, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
You know, Dero, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
The 1-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Now another 1-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Gonzalez has a read on it. 1 out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, man, the guy to watch has to be Jose Abreu. He's really swung the bat well against left-handed pitchers so far this season. He's hitting over 300 against southpaws, and he's facing another one of those today. I'm sure he's excited to hit in this one.
Now at the plate, Jose Abreu. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
Okay, I see where this guy's going, right? He wants to pitch backwards, a little 0-0 curveball. Don't be shocked if this hitter's sitting all over that same pitch right here.
A ball and a strike now to Jose Abreu. Drives it out to deep right center field. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. Anderson isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead. Already their second double of this first inning, guys.
Yeah, he's not fooling anybody so far, Matt. Like you said, that's the second double he's given up here. And if he doesn't get things figured out, it's going to be a real short outing.
So here's Daniel Palka now, and he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Hold strike 1 on the circle change. Good pitch. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And this will be fouled away. Abreu, a runner at second with 1 away. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him short.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Sox get 1 on the RBI double. Bottom of the first coming up, and Chicago's off to the early 1-0 lead. Odrisamer Despaigne, the Cuban-born right-hander, will be on the mound to start. What's your take on him, Dan?
This guy really struggled last year. This season is going to be about a bounce-back year. Real ugly ERA last year. He has a lot to prove to himself and to his teammates that he's a much better pitcher than he was last year.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They've been playing better than .500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now, and this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
2 balls and a strike to Carlos Gonzalez. The 2-1 is taken for strike 2. Is a changeup that misses. 3-2. Chris Bryant is on deck. On he pops it up. Moncada has a play, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Nero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of professional at-bats up and down this lineup. I know they're behind right now, but it only takes one guy to set the tone and get the boys going.
Here's Chris Bryant now, having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
That smoked, but right into the ship. And they're on 2 away now. Stepping into the box, Kyle Schwarber. Lifetime history with the Odrisamer Despaigne. He's 1 for 2. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Too low, 1-0. Despaigne isn't really known as the kind of starter that goes deep into games. It's not that he isn't capable, I'm sure. He just hasn't been that guy that works deep into games with regularity.
Matty V, I'm not sure it's this guy's fault, but I think it's more the fault of the metrics and the way we look at pitchers now, trying to limit the number of pitches and the number of appearances they have.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. It remains 1-0. Stepping in, Eloy Jimenez, and with numbers like those, he's putting himself in contention for some Rookie of the Year hardware if he can keep it up. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one. Into the bleachers and gone. It's a solo home run for Eloy Jimenez. Home run number 9 on the year as the White Sox move in front 2-0.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
Stepping in now, Leury Garcia.
The center fielder,
As the first pitch to him is in there for a cold strike one. Comes in here right at 260. 7 homers and the RBI count at 35. Looked like that one tied him up a bit. A swing and a miss. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Line to the right side. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import Yoan Moncada as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Hit hard on the ground to second. There's one. On to Rizzo at first, and they get them both.
Boy, that's about as easy as it comes. A chopper to hopper turns into a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
In now, Odrisamer Despaigne as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Well, even though these two teams are in different leagues, they do play each other every year because of the crosstown rivalry, and it's always pretty fun.
Yeah, and for the players, Matt, they love it. Not only is there more on the line than usual, like bragging rights, but they're not having to stay at hotels and all that. It's just like a normal home game where they're driving to a different ballpark.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I don't know if that was discipline or whether he's just not swinging the bat at all, but hey.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. But for the Sox, a run here in the inning on the solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 2-0 good guys. Here's Javier Baez. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really...
Meanwhile now, this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. Around second now and headed for third. The relay throw, and he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple. So he's in at third to kick off the inning as you take a look at the league leaders in triples. And as you can see there, he's holding down the top spot in the circuit here for the month of June. The next hub up, Jason Hayward. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. The lifetime history with Odrisamer Despaigne. He's gone 3 for 6. A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
I tip my hat to the batter right there for taking that pitch. Most guys would have definitely been swinging in that situation. 2-0 fastball, but that was not in the zone he was looking for. Move on to the next pitch.
The 3-1 pitch. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Baez at third with nobody out. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Hayward takes as that pitch misses for ball 4. He'll take the walk.
Batting fifth, the first baseman,
Anthony Rizzo stands in now, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
Ground ball, foul down the left side. 1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
The 2-2. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And let's take a look at catcher Wellington Castillo, putting the digits down, massaging this pitching staff through the game, and one of the above-average arms when guys try to steal on him.
So first and third with 1 away, and that'll bring up one of the better clutch hitters on the landscape, David Bodie. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Right side, hit hard. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't drag it down. And they are on the board as the run scores from third to cut the lead to 2-1 now.
the pitcher, Wilson.
At the plate, Wilson Contreras, and he's looking to snap out of what's been a rather dry spell at the plate. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. The lifetime history with Adrisimar Despaigne. He's 1 for 4. Good cut fastball that time, and he's in control now. 0-2.
Hey, make a pitch right here and get out of this. Get the boys in the dugout and regroup a little bit. 1 run is not going to kill you.
Good action to the cutter, but he lays off, and the count goes to 1-2. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Line drive to left. Jimenez is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Hit hard on the ground to first. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. But they'll still manage to get the out on the force, and with that fine play, the inning comes to an end. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging. So it's back to the top of the order now. And up next, it'll be Tim Anderson. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard to short. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
Hey, guys, there had to be something in the scouting report right there. For him to be on top of that 0-0 changeup the way he was, that was pretty special.
Into the box, Yolmer Sanchez. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Soft liner towards first. But this is speared by the first baseman.
Now batting.
Now to the plate, Jose Abreu. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch coming. Here it is. A ball and no strikes. Anderson's running. Count even now at 1-1. Anderson, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. He's on the move again from first. He swings and misses. Throw down is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
Well, this pitcher's out there just trying to get hitters out, and he's having a hard time doing that. So as a base runner, that's a good time to try to steal some bases. He's probably not as focused on controlling the running game as he should be.
The 1-2. Still 1-2. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Misses. Ball 2.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
Rizzo will get there as he's able to tuck this one away just past the first base dugout for route number 2.
Daniel.
So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone, and that'll bring forward the power bat of Daniel Polka. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 6th home run on the season for him. And the White Sox will move out in front 4-1.
Well, teams have absolutely been teeing off on him the last couple of games. He gave up 3 bombs last time out, and he's already given up 2 here in the early going. You want your pitchers to be consistent, but not consistently bad.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. Lays off 1-0. 0-for-1 for him here in this one. One and 1 the count to Wellington Castillo. 2 out, nobody on. Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that 2-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around.
And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that the side is retired. 2 in the inning for the Sox. However, they come on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. It's now 4-1 Chicago. Back to the top of the order now, and standing in the right fielder Carlos Gonzalez. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. High and deep down the left field line, and this will wind up a foul ball. On the ground to the left side. Moncada fields it cleanly, and a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
The 3rd baseman, Fred.
Into the box now, Chris Bryant. Pitch on the way. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball. 1-0. Ball 2 now. 4-1's our score here in inning number 3. Swing and a miss on what should have been ball 3. Instead, the count goes to 2-1.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
The 3-1. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swung on, hit in the air, and deep. Got a chance, and gone! Schwarber has just clubbed a milestone home run of sorts. It's the 100th of his career.
Well, obviously, it's not easy hitting home runs, Matt, especially at this level. 100 home runs is nothing to scoff at, so I'm sure he'll be proud of this accomplishment when he gets to really think about it after a game, and you know he'll want that ball to hold on to.
Ready for another chance? Javier Baez. And the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no indication of that yet.
Yeah, to me, that home run was a sign that he's starting to get a little bit tired out there. It was a good pitch to hit, and it's typically the command that starts slipping when you're fatiguing a little bit. So I can't see him being out there much longer.
Hit weakly back to the mound. On to first, and there were two down.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Standing in, Jason Hayward. He drew a walk his first time up. First pitch on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with two men out. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Swung on, hit in the air, and deep. Got a chance, and gone! A solo shot that time off the bat of Jason Hayward. 7 home runs for him on the year now, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the two teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Matty V, this is just one of those days where the ball seems to be flying, D-Row. The hitter's on point, the pitchers are making very good pitches.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's all about executing pitches, and they're not doing it today. They're leaving a lot of balls over the heart of the plate, and this offense, both offenses are taking advantage.
0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Now this ball's hit out to deep left center. And that's just shy of the baskets and off the ivy. The relay. And the gamble will work out. He's in at second base with a 2-out double.
Now batting.
Every hitting coach in the league will tell you it only takes one swing of the bat to get out of a slump, and maybe that's what we're seeing right here. He's been struggling, no doubt about it, but he's able to lace this thing off the wall, and he's standing at second with some newfound confidence.
Standing in now, David Bodie. And he'll hurry back to second here as he was wise to not push it that time. Ready with the 0-1. And here's one that misses to the Chicago second baseman. It's a ball and a strike. The set and the 1-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Now a long throw home. And they will take the lead as he's safe at the plate, and it's now a 5-4 game.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
That's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, Dio. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where it's pitched, and a good job, and a run batted in.
Aaron Bummer is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. Wilson Contreras is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball that's 1-0. The 1-0 home. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Here in this half inning. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. 3 innings complete. It's the Cubs 5 and the White Sox 4. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already put 4 runs on the board, and they've done so by running up their opponent's pitch count. So he said he thinks they're going to have a lot more opportunities to score because of that as the game goes on.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call. Strike taken up in the zone.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down and away.
Squared that one up just a little late. The next 0-2. Hit back up the middle. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Well, as we take another look at it, you can see that this thing kind of handcuffed him and he couldn't make the play. Comes off the heel of the glove, and the leadoff man is aboard.
Into the box now, Leury Garcia standing in from the right side as he takes strike 1. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Yohan Moncada is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. 2 balls and no strikes. The count to Yohan Moncada.
Those were great takes right there. Those were pitches that a lot of guys normally swing at, but he took both of them and finds himself in a productive count leverage 2-0.
Runners on first with 1 down. And there's a base hit on the line. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now's a good time for your pitcher to take a deep breath. He still has the lead, although it probably doesn't feel like it. So he can't worry about how he got into this mess. He just has to figure out how to get out of this mess.
And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And a good decision there to sweep this away in foul territory and make him try it again. And look out. Oh, that ran in and got him. And intentional or not, you do not want to be hitting pitchers out there.
Oh boy, pro pitchers belong to a closed fraternity, so you don't usually see that very often. And anytime it does happen, folks start hanging on the top steps of the dugout. These things usually don't go unpunished.
Cut fastball taken for strike 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Breaking ball drops right in the chute for a strike.
Just way too patient in this situation. With the bases loaded like this is your chance to be the hero.
Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And that's a fair ball heading out toward the 353 sign on the ivy. He pulls into third safely as they take the lead with 2 runs scoring on the play.
The batter, number 5, second baseman.
There's no way to
Carlos
sugarcoat it. It's been pretty bad for 3 1/3 innings so far. That's the 8th hit he's given up. And if he doesn't get his mind straight, he's going to be heading to the showers early.
Up next for Chicago, Yolmer Sanchez. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. 1-0 the count. Lays off the fastball away, and it's 2-0.
And this is why he's struggling right here. He's not able to pound the strike zone early in the count. These guys are finding themselves in serious count leverage situations, and good hitters aren't going to miss.
Two-0 count, the pitch. 3-0 now.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not attacking the strike zone anymore.
3-1 the count now. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
Fell behind early in this one 3-0 and has battled back with 2 quality strikes. Interested to see if he catches a big part of the plate right here or tries to get a nibble.
Soft liner to the left side, and this will be taken in by the third baseman for the second out.
To the White Sox, the first baseman.
So 2 on with 2 away, and one of the more prolific RBI men in the league the last few years, Jose Abreu, will bat next. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Bummer on third. Anderson on at second with 2 down. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. The run scores from second. It's now an 8-5 game.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pond right there.
I know everybody wants to hit a home run. Those are the ones you remember. But without question, Dan, 2 out, 2 RBI knocks with runners in scoring position right there. You remember these knocks.
In now, Daniel Palka. And he puts it on the ground to second. And that's through for a hit.
Well, pitching poorly once like he did in his last start, it's going to happen here or there, but he's struggling here again too, and there has to be some concern, and part of it is probably psychological. He's got to get those here we go again thoughts out of his head.
Swing and a screamer, but this one's not going to stay fair. 8 runs and even 10 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. 2 balls and a strike now. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. Hit hard on the ground at first, and a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
Number 74.
Stepping in now, Eloy Jimenez. Ripped down the first base line. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
The center fielder, number 28, Leury Garcia.
So digging in now, Leury Garcia. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. And here's a fastball from Hamels to begin the at-bat as he climbs ahead, 0-1.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got to...
Oh, he misses it. 1 run is scored. Now 3 runs are in.
Well, you can see what happens here. He's so focused on lining up to make his throw that he forgets one small detail. You got to catch it first, so he gets tagged with an error, as well he should.
Into the box, Yohan Moncada, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Ball 1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1. But now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Contreras is there to make the catch, and mercifully the side is finally retired. But not before they claim the lead here as they bat around and hang an 8th spot on them. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The White Sox lead this one 12-5. Albert Almora is going to grab a bat now and hit for the pitcher, Hamels.
Number 5, Albert Almora.
Comes into play here at 273. 4 home runs and 17 RBIs. Grounded weakly toward third. And there's one away. There's a look at the final line for the White Sox starter. Certainly not the night he wanted to have.
Well, this one's really easy to dissect. Too many pitches left over the heart of the plate. 3 bombs allowed in this one. He's going to have to do a better job of throwing quality pitches down the road.
Count 1-0.
And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. 5 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors for the Cubs to this point in the contest. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
No strike.
2-0 count. The pitch too high, and it's 3-0. Gonzalez able to lay off, and he's aboard after working a base on balls.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again. Chris Bryant comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is, and he lays off there. 1-0.
This is where he might need a mound visit, whether it be from the shortstop, his pitching coach, or the catcher. These last couple of pitches have certainly gotten away from him.
Good pitch there on the inside. Black called the strike.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Gonzalez, base runner at first with 1 out. Line drive to center field. Garcia is there. 2 gone.
That's one of those tough luck outs that'll drive you crazy as a hitter. He drove that fastball, but couldn't get it down, so he has to take hard contact as a consolation.
First offering on its way. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. A runner on first with 2 away. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
The 3-0 pitch. is offered at and missed for the first strike. 2 out with the man at first. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Cubs strand 1. That's not going to help when the score reads 12-5. Mike Montgomery will come on and take over here, and he'll hit in the leadoff spot following the double switch. Albert Almora will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Leading off for the White Sox, the pitcher, Aaron Bummer. Good change defensively for
ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Right field.
And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Pretty late with the swing there. As a pitcher, you have to recognize that and keep coming in with the hard stuff until he proves he can hit it.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. The Cubs are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. Not the night he or his club were hoping for.
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. And it's 2 balls and a strike for Tim Anderson. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Schwarber giving chase.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Carlos.
Into the box now, Yolmer Sanchez. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Behind 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. Down the first baseline. And Rizzo won't get to this one. It's a fair ball. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with 1 away.
Well, first basemen aren't exactly known for being fleet of foot, but he's got to make this play. He came off the bag in time. He just couldn't knock the ball down before it got into right field.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. No balls and 1 strike. Comes set and the 0-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Got him to chase out of the zone that time. Jose Abreu goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Daniel Palka is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Grounded down the third baseline. A swing and a foul tip, but held onto behind the plate, and they're going to get out of danger here as the strikeout will end the inning. White Sox strand a couple as the lead holds at 12-5. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Javier Baez. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Garcia comes on now, and he has it 1 down.
For the Cubs, the right fielder,
So striding in, Jason Hayward. First pitch coming. Here it is. 0-1 the count. Hayward, or often just J-Hay. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Popped up. Moncada moving to his left. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The first baseman, number 44.
Now in the box, Anthony Rizzo. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. First offering on its way. Sent out to straightaway center field. Garcia sprinting after it, but he's not going to get there, and he's headed for extra bases again. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
The batter, number 15, second baseman.
Ready once again, David Bodie. A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here. First offering on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's in there. Base hit. Rizzo ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. The tag, and he's safe. And the gap shortens, but still plenty of work to do.
What a frustrating inning from a pitcher standpoint, D-Roy. You get the first 2 out of the inning. The next guy doubles, and then you give up a 2-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, you want to talk about on the complete flip side, firing up an offense. You see your 2 boys go down, 2 quick outs. You mix in a gapper right there. Double, finds himself on second base, and he's able to come through. Next guy's able to come through with a big 2-out knock.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Ready with the 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Bodie, the runner at first with 2 gone. Skied into straightaway right. Hawka is there, and the inning is over. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. 5 innings complete. White Sox on top, 12-6. Ready now for the White Sox. Wellington Castillo. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up, you can go breaking ball down. One of the keys, getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
1-2 to the White Sox catcher.
But there's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
Good wood on it there, but foul, so they'll do it again. Turned on down the line, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Almora is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Now batting.
Into the box, Elo Jimenez. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park, just like he did back in the second. The pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder all the time, and that's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at-bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
Fouled away. The 1-1 is strike two swinging. High and deep to right center. On the move is Hayward. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he is into third with a two-out triple.
You take a look at this one as it flies into the gap. Both outfielders give it a chase, but they can't catch up to it. Next thing you know it, one hops the wall, and he's busting his hump around second on his way to third.
Into the box now, Yohan Moncada. And that misses for ball one. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Hard hit toward the hole, and that's through into left field for a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Wow, that's a Baker's dozen. 13 runs right there, and they can't do anything wrong at the plate. I'm no expert, but I would have to bet that the manager would love to save some of those runs for the next game. Regardless, there's some happy men in that dugout.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Moncada is off at first with two away. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. McCann, the former Detroit Tiger, he was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah, I know he expected.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Sox get a run here on two hits. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the sixth. The White Sox lead it 13-6. Evan Marshall enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the sixth.
Number 59.
And now here's the versatile outfielder Albert Almora Jr. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Leading off for the Cubs, the center fielder.
First pitch
Albert.
on its way. What a pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close, and he offered at it. I'm not sure right now if I'm the pitcher. You could probably throw anything you want up there, and this guy's going to swing at it.
Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Daniel Delgado.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. He'll enter play with that batting average still shy of the 220 mark. 3 homers and 14 driven in. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Throw just in time, and that was awfully close. Stepping up to the plate, Chris Bryant.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what is he doing? He shows up, Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
Count now, a ball and a strike. A 1-1. Misses for the second ball.
1 strike.
2 out, nobody on. think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3. Sent on the ground, but right into the shift. Throwing the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Cubs are down in order. They trail in this wild affair. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. It's been a high-scoring affair thus far as we take a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Rowan Wick is into the ball game as part of that double switch as he'll take over on the mound and in the 2 spot in the lineup. Daniel Descalso is also into the ball game now as he'll take over in the leadoff spot.
Daniel Descalso.
Strike taken up in the zone. Setting him up inside as he swings and misses for strike 2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Throw won't get him. And now it looks like they want some time to review that one here, so they'll check with their replay guys. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there. And we're going to take another look at it right here. Boy, that's just so tough to tell for sure from that angle. So we'll see what the decision is from the dugout, whether they want to challenge or not.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for that play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Okay, umpires look ready, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and it ends up being a well-used challenge there.
Overturned, and the batter ruled out.
Standing in now, Yolmer Sanchez. No balls and 1 strike. A 1 pitch on its way. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
One of my favorite pitches in the game right there. The old Greg Maddux equalizer. Started at the front hip and bring it back.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. Digging in now, Jose Abreu. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Almora in pursuit. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. They still hold a relatively sizable lead. Digging in, Kyle Schwarber. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Hey, that's a well-executed pitch right there. That might have started middle, but you saw it breaking away to that outer part of the zone. This left-handed batter right here has got 2 decisions to make. Is he going to ground out to second base all day, or is he going to drive the ball the other way?
And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. The 1-2 is a fastball that misses. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Javier Baez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Jason.
So coming to the plate, Jason Hayward comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. From the stretch. Who started him with the change, and it's 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He is pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. Another 0-2 home. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all. Coming to the plate now, Anthony Rizzo, who came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1.
Hey, what a great pitch right there in a big situation to pull a string on that changeup. He knew that hitter was going to be super aggressive.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Anderson brings it in, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail by a bunch. Stepping up now, Daniel Palma. He homered back in the 3rd inning in this one.
Number 18.
Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Wellington Castillo stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. This one's down to third. Descalso fields it cleanly, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting.
Time now for our starter
74.
comparison, and that tells the story. As you can see, neither guy able to get past 5 innings. Stepping into the box, Eloy Jimenez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Fielder, number 28.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
Leury Garcia comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Softly on a line to third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out. Digging in, Yohan Moncada. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat. 0-1 the count. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Another one sent foul. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And another foul ball. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Descalso over to his left. And that's the 3rd out. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. And the White Sox are out in front, 13-6. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Thiago Vieira is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Now pitching and batting in the 7th.
Now at the plate, David Bodie trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Over the corner and slicing foul. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. That's in the basket. A home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And this lead has been cut to just 6 now. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Cordell comes on now, and he has it 1 down. So striding forward now, Albert Almora, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First pitch coming, here it is. Vieira, a 25-year-old. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. Set to deliver the 0-1. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
Anderson picks it up. Cole gets him 2 down.
The batter, number 3.
Riding in once again, Daniel Descalso. First pitch of the at-bat. And this is off the corner and low, ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Pulled toward right center field. Hawker is in pursuit, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
Now batting, number 50.
Stepping in now, Rowan Wick, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Sometimes you can get away with a pitch in that location when you're running it up there that hard, but not consistently. You still have to work the edges of the zone most of the time.
Cubs pitcher at the plate trailing with a 1-2 count.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 9th inning coming up. The White Sox lead this one 13-7. In now, Ryan Cordell. He'll start things off in the top of the 9th as they look for a little insurance. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Comes set with the 0-1. Line to the right side. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, shortstop, Tim
Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Tim Anderson. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. 1 out, nobody on. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Here comes the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. To his right, Descalso. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They still lead this one by a comfortable margin. Digging in, Kyle Schwarber. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle. This is line to left. A dive, but it's off his glove.
Well, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
Addison Russell will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
For the Cubs, number 27, Addison Russell.
First pitch on its way. Ground ball left side. Moncada has it. The second for 1. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Now batting, right fielder, Jason Hayward.
So base is empty now after the double play. And next it'll be the outfielder, Jason Hayward. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
No strike.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. And he'll make the catch here to end it. And the White Sox have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
And if you're looking for when this game was decided, that's pretty easy. It was the big 4th inning. That was the big turning point, and they made it stand up the rest of the way.
13-7 is how this one ends. Chicago scored a lucky 13 in this one. Aaron Bummer earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Cole Hamels was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 18 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field, 41,649. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.